2026 YouTube is not what it used to be. It's definitely not what people think it is. In its entirety, YouTube is no longer a simple video platform. It's now one of the most advanced attention systems that was ever built. So today, I'm going to discuss the state of YouTube in 2026. Definitely leave a like and subscribe, guys, and without further ado, let's get started. A few years ago, YouTube was a lot more simple. You uploaded a video, people would subscribe, they saw your content. But now it's 2026. YouTube behaves less like a platform and more like an ecosystem of competing recommendation engines. According to recent research on the platform's structure, YouTube no longer uses a single algorithm. Instead, it runs multiple AI-driven systems depending on where your content appears. It runs on homepage recommendations, suggested videos, search results, notifications. Each one behaves differently, optimizing for one thing above all else: viewer satisfaction and watch behavior patterns. So when somebody says the algorithm changed again, they're partially right, but incomplete. It didn't change just one time, it is constantly adapting. So what actually matters in 2026? To put it straightforward, the answer is viewer satisfaction signals, retention quality, session continuation. In other words, it's not about getting people to click your video, it's about what happens after they click. Did they keep watching YouTube afterward? Did they feel satisfied enough to continue using the platform? Because YouTube is not trying to reward videos anymore. It's trying to reward experiences that keep people on the platform longer. That changes everything for creators. What a lot of creators feel but don't understand is that YouTube's growth in 2026 follows a power law distribution. What that basically means is that a small percentage of channels get the most views. The majority of channels stay below 1,000 subscribers for years. Recent creator economy data shows that only a very small fraction of YouTube channels ever enter monetization success. And that's not really because the platform is broken, it's because attention is now heavily concentrated toward content that already proves performance early. So the early signals matter much more than ever. CTR, retention, the first 24 to 48 hours. If those don't hit thresholds quickly, distribution slows dramatically. One of the biggest structural changes in YouTube's history is Shorts. It rewired attention behavior on the platform entirely. What we now see is faster swipe behavior, shorter attention spans in feed browsing, and higher expectations for immediate payoff. Research into Shorts shows that the system heavily favors emotional content, highly engaging short bursts, entertainment first viewing behavior. And this really has created something important. Long-form content is no longer competing with other long-form content. It is competing with infinite short-form distraction. It's a completely different battlefield. Another major shift in 2026, YouTube is no longer just mobile first. It's becoming a television platform again. Recent studies show that over 1 billion hours of YouTube are watched daily on TV screens globally. Living room viewing is now basically one of the fastest growing segments on the platform. TV viewers will watch longer, they're going to click less, they expect higher production value, and they're gonna consume content more passively. So in essence, YouTube is now split into two different worlds: fast-scrolling mobile attention, long-form TV-style consumption. You as the creator have to decide which world you're creating for. Alright, let's talk money. YouTube generated over $40 billion in ad revenue in 2025 alone. The money isn't evenly distributed. CPMs vary massively. If your niche is more focused on finance, you're gonna have an extremely high CPM. Gaming channels have a significantly lower CPM. What's the result of all this? Most creators earn very little, if even anything. But here's something more important than just the algorithm or money. Psychologically, YouTube is changing creators. Every video is a data test, every upload is judged instantly. And amongst creators, this creates emotional volatility. It's a dangerous shift because it disconnects creators from their own growth, and it's something they should really be aware of. So if you're starting YouTube in 2026, you're not early to the process, you're not late, you're just entering a very mature system. And what really matters the most is consistency. Most creators don't fail because they're bad, it's because they just give up. If you consistently upload videos, eventually something's bound to happen. So be patient. YouTube is not a lottery where you're gonna instantly get 1 million views. It's a learning system that takes time to learn. So if there's anything that you should actually take away from this video regarding the state of YouTube in 2026, it's that it's become a much more competitive environment. It's more algorithmically advanced, it's much more emotionally demanding, but in the long run, it's much more fair. The system will reward you if you understand your audience, if you understand the retention, the clarity, and consistency. So if you're building a YouTube channel right now, don't ask yourself, why isn't this working? Ask yourself and say, what is this data teaching me? Because in 2026, YouTube doesn't reward the fastest creators. It rewards the ones who don't stop long enough to be understood. So guys, thank you for taking the time to watch my video. And if you enjoyed this type of content, definitely leave a like and subscribe. But until then, guys, I will see you all later. Goodbye for now.